So today I'm going to show you that how we can create stairs, right? About creating this stair ramp, I haven't demonstrated, right? Right. So up to this floor and ceiling, are you all clear?
Sir, you haven't demonstrated floor and ceiling also, sir. You have just given
Okay.
just the levels and site.
Okay. And about the wall,
No, sir, not yet.
okay. Not about the walls also. All right. Okay, so let's start with the wall. So here you can see that we will be creating with the option wall architecture. Okay, and here we have three kind of walls. One is basic wall, another is your curtain wall, another is stacked wall. Okay, and under the basic wall we have two type. One is generic wall, another is compound wall. Okay, so here you can see the default is selected basic generic wall. Okay, so this is the type selector. Under this type selector, you will see that these default walls are already created. Some compound walls are created, some generic walls are there, some curtain walls are there, and one stacked wall is there. So what is called this generic wall? So generic wall only have a single wall. Sorry, only have a single layer. Okay, so layers are like your membrane layers, thermal layers. These are the layers for your wall. We have core layer, we have substrate layer, we have membrane layer, thermal layer, and finish layers. So when you have only one single layer, that is the structure layer or the core layer, that is called the generic wall. And when you have two or more layers, layers are placed horizontally. When you have two or more layers in your wall, that is called compound wall. Okay, now this generic 200 is selected. Go to its edit type and the structure, and here you can see that this structure layer is the only layer right now, and this one is in between this core boundary, so that is why this is called the core layer. And this generic wall only consists this single layer. We can add some layer. Here we have this insert option, we can add some more layers. Let me show you the construction of the compound wall. Here you can see, so these layers will define the total thickness of your compound wall. As per the layer thickness, you will have the total thickness of your wall. So here you can see that the finish one we have, and for the finish layer we have this much of thickness. For thermal layer we have this much of thickness, and membrane layer uh, doesn't have any thickness. We can place a plastic sheet or some kind of vapor retarder layers as a membrane layer. Okay, and here we have this core layer and finish 2. So this is the exterior side of your wall, and this is the interior side of your wall. So finish 1 will be placed to the exterior side. You can place finish 2 to the interior side, finish 1 to the interior side, finish 2 to the exterior side, you can place. But this finish 1 should be placed to the exterior side to identify that this is the exterior side. Okay, so this way you should place the finish one should be placed to the exterior side and finish to the interior side. Okay, and you can place your thermal layer this side also to the interior side, or to the uh, membrane layer also to the interior side. But we don't require to place to the interior side, because the weather effect will be applied to the exterior surfaces of your wall, right? So for that we will apply this thermal layer and this membrane layer, so that heat and uh, the damp doesn't affect our wall, right? So we have all these layers. We can delete some layers. We can change the placement with the up or down. We can change some placements. So these things we have. Okay, with these options we can create our compound wall. So we have curtain wall. Curtain wall are non-load bearing walls. So we have these three kind of walls, three kind of curtain wall. Generally, these three can be converted into each other. Like storefront can be converted into curtain wall can be converted into exterior glazing, or storefront and exterior glazing converted into curtain wall. So curtain wall is the non-load bearing wall. Now with this curtain wall, you can place a single panel. Okay, a panel can be placed with this curtain wall, and here with this exterior glazing, when you place with the exterior glazing, you will have subdivision, or you can say that multiple panels can be placed at a time. And the storefront, you place all the multiple panels together with the support. The supports are called mullions. And here we have the stacked wall. So stacked wall is called when you have the sub walls placed on the top of each wall. Okay, so the sub walls are placed vertically on top of each wall, and the total wall is called stacked wall. When you stacked your wall on top of each wall, that is called the stacked wall. So stacked wall you can use to create your wall foundation, and the wall foundation you create your superstructure wall continuous. So with that you can create, with the stacked wall you can create it, or you can create like from the plinth level you can provide it thickness or any kind of design, or you can add a lintel also with your wall. Okay, so that kind of things can be created. Now let me show you how we can create this generic wall into a compound wall. Okay, so let me select this generic wall. I can choose this one also. So let's select this, go to its edit type, and now we will duplicate it. Okay, so for the duplicating, I'll rename it like EW exterior wall, and then I can provide the total thickness of the wall and click on OK. And here you need to mention the function exterior, and later I'll come on this wrapping at end, wrapping at insert. Okay, Uh, Now let me go to the structure part. After duplicating it, we need to change the structure. So this is the core layer. Okay, so this will be the brick layer. Okay, so the material is fine, and what will be the thickness for the brick? So uh, just a second, I think I should name it. Let me rename it with 250. Okay, I'll go with 250 mm. Click on OK, edit, and here we will place with 2 to 5. Okay, so generally 9 inches brick we get, and that is 2 to 5 mm thickness. And then let's place insert and insert again, and then I will move it up and then select this, move it down out of this core boundary. Okay, and now select this as finish layer, select this as finish 2 layer, and here what I'll do, I will provide the plaster, right? We will provide the plaster, correct? So here we have that option also. So search for it, and that is not yet applied in the project, so that's why we are not getting in this project materials. It is not listed within this project material. This is available in the library. So from this library you need to add. So here is the option to add it, and then you can apply it. You can see the appearance. So this is the appearance. If you need to change anything, any appearance, you need to apply. You need to provide like this. The brightness you can change. Okay, any transformation, position, rotation. I hope this thing you have learned in AutoCAD as well.
Yes, sir.
Right, so then go to the graphics, and here we will apply the render appearance. This is the appearance option, and this color I need in the shaded visual style also. So that's why I'll check this option, use render appearance. And in the identity you can give it a name, and all the option, all the information you can provide. Okay, like any manufacturer, all the product information. Here you can provide the model, the cost. Okay, any link is there, so that you can provide. All right, so there you can provide like this is the 1:4. Okay, 1:4 motor you're using. All right, so this information, all the other informations you can provide here within the identity. Click on apply. Okay, and that is placed here, and I will provide 12 mm thickness to this side. I'll copy this material and I will paste it here. Okay, and to the exterior side I will provide thickness 13 mm, and here you can see that the total thickness is right now 250 mm. Okay, so that is provided. You can check in the preview. So these two layers are provided, and the view is floor plan. You can check it in the section as well. You can zoom it, and right now this is the finish 2 layer, and if you select the finish one, this is the finish one. Okay, fine. So this way we will add. So now let me add a membrane layer towards the exterior side. Let's add it and down it, and here choose that membrane layer, and we can apply this plastic. Okay, all right, so everything is fine. click on apply. Okay, and memory layer doesn't have any thickness, so click on OK. And about this wrapping and insert, wrapping and ends, I will show you after placing the wall. So this is the basic wall, and the basic, under this basic wall, it was previously a generic wall, now it is a compound wall. Okay, and this is the option bar, and this option bar will allow you to provide height or depth. So this is going to be the height, or this is going to be the depth. So depth means the distance will go towards the down, and if you choose height, so the distance will go towards the up direction. So height till level 2. So here you can mention the level and the location line. So here you can see the location line is wall center line, the core center line, and the finish face exterior, finish face interior, core face exterior, and core face interior. All this location line is there. So you know that we have these layers. We have the core layer, we have the finish face exterior layer, finish face interior layer, and the core face exterior means the core boundary to the exterior side. That is the core face exterior, or the outer surface of that core layer to the exterior side is called the core face exterior, and core face interior, the outer layer of the core face to the interior side, that is the core face interior. So I can choose that as my position. Okay, while placing I can choose that as the position. And core center line, that you can also choose, and wall center line. Now we have placed all the layers equally, so right now the wall center line and core center line is equal. Okay, but suppose to the exterior side, if there is any changes, now let me show you this also, like this. For this wall, you see that here you can see that to this side we have much thickness, and to this side we have less thickness. So if you understand that we have this total as layer, so from 1 to 7, just understand this 1 to 7 is the thickness of the wall, right? So which one will be the wall center line? I think this starting of 4, or the end of the 3, or the core boundary, so that may be the wall center line, right? But if I choose the core center line, so that will be the center line between these 5, right? So it will differ how you placed your uh, layers, and accordingly it will differ. Let me show you. So if I choose this core center line for this wall, here you can see this is the, this position is the, this position is the core center line. Okay, and I will draw the same with wall center line with the same point, and here you can see that I am drawing the middle, with the middle line of this wall, so that is the wall center line. Okay, yeah, obviously it's overlapping, so I'll get that warning. So right now that is fine, as I'm demonstrating just only. And we have this finished face exterior, so the outermost surface is the finished face exterior, and that is the exterior side. Okay, and we have this finished face interior. It is the interior side. This side is the interior side. We have the core face, exterior and core face interior. You can see that I'm placing here the core face. Okay, so after the core face to this interior side, we have only one single layer, right? There is a finish 2, and let's place this core face exterior. And now you can see this is the core face exterior, and after this core face exterior we have 3 layers, that is membrane layer, thermal layer, and finish 1 layer, right? Okay, so this is how we can place. So as per the requirement, we will choose the location line. Now let's go for the wall, and the shortcut for the wall is WA. Now let me choose this wall which we have created, and now here also you will get that option, location line, that is the previous option was selected. I'll change it to wall center line. So generally we can go with the wall center line as per the grid placement. So generally we place our grids at the center line, and we will choose that wall center line. Right now there is no base offset, okay, and there is no top offset. Okay, and here you can see the chain is selected, the chain option is checked. So that means when you end a wall segment and you start another segment, so it will connect. Okay, it will connect like a chain. All right, but if you uncheck this chain option, let me click here. Okay, so here you can see that I have to click here, it doesn't continue, right? Let me create it again. Here you can see that when I end one segment, it doesn't continue from that segment. So if I click again, so then again it will create, and after that end of the segment it doesn't continue, so it doesn't create like a chain. So we need to create, click on this chain option to continually create it. Okay, and here this join status is allowed, so that means this will join this two wall. Okay, so if it is disallowed, it will not join these two walls. Here you can see this doesn't join the corners. Here also you can see this doesn't, these two walls are not joined. So I can place it till here, and I can place it till here. Or if it is not properly aligned, so what I can do, I can go with the align option. I'll select this edge, and then I'll select this edge, and this will be aligned. I can make it constant, but it is not needed, it's not necessary, because I need the flexibility. If I need to change it later, so I can do that. If I constant it, so that means if I change this wall position, this will remain constant with that, so this edge position will be changed.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, can you tell me this again? How you align this two walls?
go for AL align shortcut, or you can go to the modify. Here you have this align, and now you can see that is active selected, and the
Okay.
shortcut is AL, and then the first stage with which you need to align, select, and then select that edge which you will be aligning with that, and that is aligned.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
and you will get that lock option. You can make it constant with that, but it is not necessary to constant it.
Okay.
Okay, now later if you decide to join these two, okay, or this one, right, this one, so here also you get this end is there, the end point. You can right click on this end point and click on this allow join, and select this also, and click on this. Sorry. Uh, for this is okay. So yeah, so at the same we have done it together. Okay, so right now this is the same point, and I can do that for these two, and after that I can just drag it over there, and these two are joined. Okay, so that you can do it. Okay, and if you need to displace them, so right click on that endpoint, disallow joint, select it, and for this also disallow joint, and then only you can drag it like this. Okay, and then you can align it again. Fine. Okay, now if you can specify the joint, what will be the joint type, right? So for that we have this wall join option, select it here, and right now this is disallowed join. We will click on the allow join option. So first we need to, this will not work here, as right now you see that is joined right now, and after that come here, and here we have this butt joint, miter joint. This is the miter joint, and we have this square off. Okay, so right now this square off and the butt, you will get the same result, as because this is rectangle shaped. Let me show you the difference. WA is the shortcut. If I create a wall like this, I should click on this allow option. Let me allow it from here. From here also, let me allow it. Okay, and to this side also allow this join. Allow this join. And drag it till this end. Allow this join. Allow the join. Okay. Click on this. Again, go for allow join. Allow join. And drag it till this end. Now let me show you this wall join. Click here, and right now this is the butt join. With miter join, this is the miter join, and this is square off. Okay, it will
So your video is
square
lagging.
off.
I can't see, sir.
Sir, your video is talking.
It's lag, sir. Your
Okay,
video is stuck.
actually I'm facing network issues here. Am I not? Hello?
Hello, sir. It's slow. It's not showing in the screen, sir, what you're doing.
Okay, just a second, huh? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible, but your video is not moving.
Yes, now I'm not doing. Now let me know. Can you see the movement in the screen?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, it's
Okay. All right. Just a second. Okay, so now let me continue, and I hope you understand up to this that I have created this wall like this. Okay, and for this corner, what I'll do, I will choose this square off, and then click here. And this is right now selected as butt joint, and now I'll change it to square off. And here you can see this is squared off. Okay, so this end will be perpendicular, okay, to the other edge. The last end, which is connected with this wall, this will be squared with the, or you can understand that this will be like a square. Okay, this joint will be a square. You can make it a miter joint, or else you can give it a butt joint. Okay, and here also you can select, just choose that wall join option and click on the joint or the corners, and then choose the right type. Okay, so this wall join is selected, and click on this. When you place your mouse on the corner of your wall, you will get this box highlighted. When you click, this box will be fixed, and then you can change it to square off. All right, and then you can press enter or escape, and that is created. All right, so we can create our walls, and we can define our joints. Okay, so this is about the basic wall. Now let me show you the stacked wall. Okay, how we create our stacked wall. So for that, WA is the shortcut. Sorry, WA is the shortcut. Now let me select this stacked wall. Okay, so we have this default stacked wall. Let me just place this stacked wall, and let me show you. Let me show you in 3D. And right now you see that I have just opened this new project, and after that I haven't opened the 3D view yet. So generally in this project browser, at the default condition, we will not get that 3D view, okay, within this project browser. So initially you have to open the 3D from this quick access toolbar or from the view tab. There you have this 3D view. So the same option available in the quick access toolbar, you can click on here. Okay, so this is the stacked wall. Let me activate the realistic visual style from the view control bar. So I hope you can understand this, that we have these two walls which are placed on top of each other. Okay, so let me place some wall. Okay, uh, let me go to wall. WA is the shortcut. So before placing or before creating the stacked wall, we need some generic wall or compound wall. Okay, so first we need to create some compound wall like this. The bottom wall or the top wall, I can create it as a compound wall or generic wall. Okay, so here we have this generic 200 field. I will use that. Now tell me, what is the thickness of your lintel. Anybody?
So about 100 mm.
Sorry?
100 mm, sir.
Thickness 100 mm. Are you sure?
No, so I'm just guessing, sir.
No. 100 mm is like 4 inches, right?
Yeah.
So it should be minimum 150.
Okay.
You can, if you are not understanding about the thickness, so the height of the lintel. Okay, so the bottom surface and the top surface, the height from the bottom surface of your lintel and the top surface of your lintel. So minimum you should provide 150 mm. Let me create this as lintel, and here I will provide the material as concrete. And I'll use that appearance. Click on apply. Here, if you need to change any appearance, okay. So for this, right now no images are placed. So I'll use that color, and okay, so let me click on apply. All right, and the thickness will be 150. Okay, so that is the lintel I have created, and if I need to wrap it the inside or at the end, so I can give that value. I'll demonstrate it after placing it, and the function we're placing it exterior, so that's okay. So that is created now. Sorry, mm, this 250 mm one is already placed, right? This exterior wall, this exterior wall 250 mm, that is already created. Okay, now let's start creating our stacked wall. Okay, so let's create the stacked wall. Now with this stacked wall I need to duplicate it, as because these all walls are system family, you cannot externally load it, you have to duplicate it. So let me duplicate it, and let me create the external wall with lintel. Click on OK, go for edit, and now here I can delete it, or else I can just replace this. So when I have already available, so I'll just replace it. So this is the wall which is placed, and this wall will go till the door head height, right? Till the door head height. So 2100 will be the height, correct? And then here I will place, or let me just insert another. Okay, and let me just go down, and this one will be the, okay, I think for the lintel I think I have done a mistake. So it will be the same 250. So here I will, here I will provide the height. Okay, here I will provide the height. So that will be the same, so there I need to change it. Okay, so here just let me place it on the lintel, and I will change it again, and at the top I will have the same wall, right? I will have the same wall, and this one we will provide the 150. okay, and this will have the same thickness, okay. And here also I can provide that for this lintel also I can provide that uh, plasters, okay. So let's go for it, and let's click on OK. Click on OK. Now let me go to that lintel, and there let me change it. Go to its edit type. Two to 5, and insert. Change it to finish 1. Change it to finish 2, and this is going to be the plaster. Okay, apply and OK. And here you can find out that this is applied, okay. All right, and this top one will be variable, because you can change the level, right? So right now the uh, floor to floor height is 4,000, okay. So if you change the level height to 3,000, this variable will be changed, right? This variable wall will be adjusted, but this one is fixed. This bottom wall is fixed. It will be till the 2100 height, and then the lintel, and then this wall, the same wall which is placed at the top. Okay, so this is going to be the stacked wall. Click on apply. Now let me place it. Okay, so as because we have the plaster, so we cannot see it. So if you need to see, you can go for the section. You can go for the section, okay. Or else what you can do, you can explode this. So we have this explode option, and you can explode it, and you will have all the different element of your wall. So that I don't need, right? You can check it through section. You can go to level 1. Let me delete this stacked wall, and here we have this section option. You can place this section over there, and then right click on the section, click on this go to view, and there you can see, you can make it realistic, and that is there, okay, right. So this is the stacked wall. Go to its edit, and if you need to change anything, you can apply for it. Okay, so this is how we will create our walls. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me place a door over there. Let me show you with the realistic. Let me place a door over there. And we have some door types available here. Suppose some type of door are not available here, only this single type of door, and within this family type we have this much of door type. So I can load also, as because this door is a loadable family, so I can load some families. So when you click on this load, you will get this direction. So where your files are saved within the C drive, you have the program data and then Autodesk folder and then RVT, the version name. If you are using 2019, so you will get that RVT 2019, and within that folder you will get the libraries, and then you need to choose either India or English if you are working with metric units. If you are working with feet and inches, go with English Imperial. Okay, so in this India we don't have that much, so go to the English folder and there you have this door and you can choose the right one. Okay, so I'm going to use that. Click on open, and from it, what are the types you need, select those only. Okay, don't unnecessarily load all this. All right, suppose if you actually need all this, so within just 2 click, how can you select all this? So select the first, and then while selecting the last one, hold shift and then click. So all the options will be selected. Now let me just select this or this only. Okay, so this one will match our height. So let me place this. So here I'll place it. All right, and now you can see that at the end I'm not getting that particular finish layer, right? I'm not getting that plaster at the end, right? So this is this is insert. So for this, which wall? Uh, this one, right? So for this, come to this edit type and wrapping at the insert, you need to apply either exterior. So the exterior one will be applied, only the exterior will wrap till the center line. If you choose the interior, so interior will be applied. So let me click on apply and OK. And now you can see that the interior is wrapping. The interior layer is wrapping, right? So you need to apply the both, correct? So go to its edit type. Sorry. Go to its edit type and there you have this wrapping at insert. You need to apply the both. Apply it. Click on OK. And now you can see that is applied. All right. And similarly, you can apply at the end of your walls. So you have that option. So this is the wall. This is the stacked wall. I cannot apply this option within stacked wall. I need to apply within that compound wall, and the compound wall is placed in the stacked wall, so it will be reflected in the stacked wall. Go to its edit type, and here you have this wrapping at insert and wrapping at end option. So at the end you can apply interior or the exterior. So right now the exterior and interior both are same, so you can apply any one. And now here you can see, right? And you can see that for this lintel that is not applied. So right now, because of that, I'm getting it as separate. correct?
Yes, sir.
So for that lintel also you need to wrap. Fine. Let me go to the wall again, and now I'll show you that we have curtain wall. Okay, we have this curtain wall. So for placing the curtain wall, I'll go to this level 1 here, and I can place it here. And for this curtain wall, we have one option that is automatically embedded. So if you click on that automatically embedded option, so it will cut that void within this wall. Okay, here you can see, right? So if you go to the 3D, as per its height and length, it cuts the area, and it doesn't only cut, it's also attached with that. If you adjust the height, you see it's get adjusted, the wall also gets adjusted. So that is the meaning of embedded. And this is the one curtain panel. Okay, with this curtain wall you create a panel, and after creating this panel also you can apply and you can subdivide. So for that we have this curtain grid option. You can apply some curtain grids, you see. So when you place your mouse on any vertical edge, you can place the horizontal grid, and if you place your mouse on the horizontal grid, so you can place a vertical grid with this distance. So you are getting this temporary dimension, so you can just place it with the mouse movement. Okay, and after that also you can change it. Now let me just place it here, and let me place it at the middle here, or else I can place it like here or here. Okay, and after that, if I don't need to place throughout the whole panel, so I can just go with this one segment. So I can just place on this part only, this one segment option, like this. Okay, and if I choose this all except picked, so if I go here, so then this option, we go with that curtain grid again, and all except picked, let me go here. Okay, and after that you need to click here, all right? So here you can see that is clicked. So I picked this side and this side, so only there it is placed, I think. Okay, let me just place it again, curtain grid. Okay, so all except picked, and then let me place it here, and here I will click, and here I will click. So without these two, all the other will be placed. Okay, so this is the all except picked. All right, so this way we can apply the curtain grids after applying the curtain walls, and after that we can place the supports. So we have the mullion, and we have here all the mullion types. Okay, so here you can see all the mullion types are available here. Fine, so you can apply the right one, and then you can place by single grid lines. You can just place on any particular segment. And here also we have this all grid lines. So at a time on the all grid lines, it will be placed as per the requirement you can go with. Okay. And this thing I can create with the WA, the exterior glazing. So exterior glazing doesn't have any support, but all this subdivision, the grids are there. So you can go to its edit type, and here you have this vertical grid and the horizontal grid is active. If you choose the curtain wall option, for the curtain wall, you will see that the vertical grid is selected none. You can apply these changes. You can apply fixed distance and you can provide the distance. Within this distance, the grids will be placed. Okay, so the fixed number, you can give the fixed number, like no matter how much the distance is, I need 4 number of grids. So within that total distance of your curtain panel or the length of your curtain wall, the fixed number like 4 will be equally divided. You can apply these things even within this curtain wall also. And for this storefront, you will see this vertical mullion. These vertical mullions are activated, as I have mentioned that for the storefront we'll have the support. If you go to the exterior glazing, and within this exterior glazing, you will see the vertical mullions, horizontal mullions are set to none. So these are the general difference, but also I can change that. I can apply all these settings within the curtain wall, simple curtain wall, and everything I can change, like the storefront settings I can apply in this exterior glazing, right? Now let me show you the default, and let me place it outside. Here you can see that I am having this grids. Okay, if you need to change, so right now this top constant that is set to level 2, now I can change it, as because this is unconnected, I can change the height. And when I have changed the height, this is I'm getting this horizontal grid, as because for the horizontal grid the distance was 4000. After 4000 this grid will be placed. So this is available here with this horizontal and vertical grids, and after that you can go with the mullions and you can place it here. Okay, and also go for the storefront, where you will have all these things together. The support. Okay, and if you need to change anything, so you can go to its properties here, go to its properties. Rather than just fixing the maximum spacing, you can give the number, fixed number, and here also you can apply fixed number. Click on apply and OK, and you will see the number of grids are now 2. So the fixed number, after specifying the fixed number, you can change it from the instance properties. So 3 will be the vertical grids. You see 3 number of vertical grids you have, and you can apply horizontal grids 2. Okay, so these things you can apply. All right, and now here you can see that I am having this mullions, and suppose I need to make this horizontal as the continuous. Right now this vertical mullions is continuous. I need to make this as continuous. So for that, what I can choose, I can select this, and then you need to unpin it. If you don't unpin, you cannot make any changes. Okay, you need to unpin it. So now let me just select it and I will make it continuous. So click on continuous and this is continuous. Okay, you can see. And for this also, if you go for make continuous, you can make it continuous. Okay, so that is available. All right, so that option is available. Now let me just pin it again. All right. Okay, now let me just delete this. I'll delete this mullion. Okay, so making continuous and break at joint, after that you can again make it continuous, or again you can break this again. So for this you don't have to unpin it, but if you want to delete it, you have to unpin it. With this pin option you cannot delete it. Okay, so you have to unpin it to delete. Now you need to remove this grid as well, not the total grid, only this segment of this grid. So for that, after selecting this grid, you will get this option, add or remove segment. So as because it is already there, so if you click here, it will be removed. Escape. And you select that grid again, and you need to add it. Click here, it will be added. All right. Now let me remove it. All right. Now if you need to select this panel, just place your mouse here, and you can see that the total curtain wall is being selected. Just press tab, this system panel will be highlighted, and click here and this system panel is selected. Unpin this, then you see these, this is the system panel which is selected right now, the glazed system panel. Go to insert and we will load some family for this curtain wall. I need to change this curtain panel as a door. Okay, so for that what I can do, I can remove these panels, this mullions. Okay, and I'll go for load family, and within this door I have some curtain door. Okay, so I'll use this one, curtain wall double storefront, or curtain wall double glass. I will use this one as because I have already this mullions, so the storefront I don't need. I'll open it. Now it is loaded, and then with the tab select this system panel and then unpin it, and then from the type selector you will get that option. Just select it, and this way you can place curtain wall door. Okay, and if you need to change the orientation of this, just press the space bar. Okay, and it is changed. All right, and anything you need to apply, we will know it later, that how we can edit the family, we can create the family. Okay, so right now this is applied. So with this option you can create some non load bearing curtain walls. So when you delete pinned objects, you will get this warning. Okay, so don't delete pinned objects, unpin it and then go for delete. All right, now let me show you that we can apply some changes also. So remember that you are placing this here, so don't place it like this, because this lintel will pass through. So you should apply till here. Yeah, some wall mullions will be deleted, so that's fine. I need to delete it. Okay. And here also you can go for align, select this edge and select the top edge, and that is aligned. You can align this way also. Okay. And for this you can see this is the base offset which is applied. You can give the base offset properly, that will be 900. Enter. Okay, so that is applied. Right, so you can create some fixed windows like this. And let me show you that I can add this interior 79 mm to this stacked wall. So let me just edit it. Okay, go for edit type, go to its structure, and you can see the preview. Okay, so let me just insert it, and I will make it to the downside, and I will change it, change to the interior 79 mm partition. I'll use that option. Okay, and now let me give the height. So the height, how much I will provide? I will provide 450 mm as the height. Okay, and then I'll provide the offset. Here we have the offset option, and the offset will be calculated from the core center line. So let me give the offset 125, and here it is placed. Okay, and I think I should go for wall center line. Mm, okay, now that is properly placed, I think. Okay. Mm, so I need to place it at the this side. So that is that I need to change in the sorry, not in the stacked wall. Okay, so let me delete it. Need to delete it. Click on OK. Okay, so that I need to create it another type of wall. Okay, so for that I need to create a basic compound wall. Okay, so that we will create it. All right. So try this. Okay. If you face any difficulties, I will show you in the next class. So right now, just I'm ending the class here. The time is over right now. Okay, so here I can add some walls. Okay, and we have some more option to add skirting. So in the next class, I will show you that with this wall sweep and wall reveal, we can add some pattern for these walls. We can use with this reveal, with this wall sweep. We can add skirting. We can add some uh, if you need to add some slab over there, so that you can add with the wall sweep. All right, so this is all for today. Let me know if you have any doubt, any question. So thank you.